she's just fantastic, and she's just so classy and kind, and she's been doing this for 15 years and has been managed to keep her head screwed on straight. And
I'm proud of her. I think she's terrific.
She's super talented.
You know her?
Just a little bit.
Right.
She's a tremendous writer.
Yeah, what do you like about Taylor Swift?
She's just a wonderful talent, and she's a wonderful person.
Once again, I'm so glad to be sharing these with you all. Check out what other artists have to say about Taylor in this video.
She is, I think, the greatest songwriter of our generation. I learned so much from everything that she does. She so clearly captures emotion, and she's such a storyteller, which I love. I think that's like my favorite thing about her and her music, is the way that she can paint pictures and put you in a situation and like make you feel like you're really living it with her. She's just fantastic, and she's just so classy and kind, and she's been doing this for 15 years and has been managed to keep her head screwed on straight, and just the way that she constantly evolves and is constantly doing something new and interesting while still remaining true to herself and like what she feels is just so admirable. And yeah, it's crazy that she reached out over driver's license, because I'm just the hugest Swiftie in the world, as I say over and over again, but I literally am just her biggest fan.
What did it mean to have her reach out?
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like dead asleep, and my friend called me and he was like, "You have to check your Instagram, Olivia." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's 6 a.m. Like, can we like do this in a couple hours when I'm like more awake?" And he's like, "No." And I checked my Instagram, and she commented, and it was just, I was just screaming my head off. I like couldn't go back to sleep. It was just so sweet of her. And I her blessing means the whole world, because I find bits of her songwriting, and then literally every single one of my songs I draw inspiration from her. So for her to say that was really, really special.
She's a really good songwriter, regardless of if you're not a pop fan of hers, which there's not many young girls who are not. I mean, her Red album, she wrote all those songs by herself. That whole freaking album is really good.
Taylor's still down to earth. She's absolute. She's there for a reason. Sincerity is a powerful weapon, and authenticity, and she's that.
From 9-10 years old, listening to Taylor Swift, her early records. I mean, I remember going out to Target. I was the one like running in the building, getting the records when they first came out, and I mean, she was singing about my life, things that I didn't hear other artists singing about. She was, and has shaped in a lot of ways the writer and artist that I am. And it's so special to be a part of a night where she's being honored.
I can't even explain to begin how she shaped us. I don't think Krista would have ever picked up a guitar and started writing songs without Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I started writing songs at the age of 10. I was like, if Taylor Swift can write her own songs, like, why can't I?
I can do it, yeah. So she really gave us the confidence and the courage to do something like that, where I don't know if we would have done it without Mother Taylor.
We're like, you've raised us.
I mean, what a crafts girl. I'm going to say craftsman, but I'm going to say crafts girl. Craftswoman she is of storytelling. Yeah. I mean, she really is as good as it gets. I mean, we're so proud of her.
Also, when we got to play her Better Man, after we recorded it, she came into the studio to listen to it, and we were like, oh my gosh, I hope she likes it. So we wanted her to love it, and she came in with her mom, and she was just precious and sweet. I
mean, obviously Taylor's, not only just an amazing, she's Taylor, extremely talented, amazing songwriter.
Look, I like her. I think she's terrific. And I think that as an artist, she writes some wonderful songs. I first started listening during the pandemic when she wrote the record, when she went and hibernated and did that record, that wonderful, like folk record almost. Yeah. It was wonderful. And I think I'm proud of her. I think she's terrific.
Oh, she's a global superstar.
She is.
She's absolutely smashed it. Not only that, she's a nice person. And I've got to say, her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
What's the inside track? Don't mess with her.
He's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah, what do you like about Taylor Swift?
She's just a wonderful talent, and she's a wonderful person. See, she's a great person. That's what I love her. She's so popular, and she's so in demand, and her feet are on the ground.
If you could sing one song with her, which one would it be?
Whichever one she'd want.
Yeah. Sing with Taylor Swift? Huh? With Taylor Swift?
I don't have no
problems with singing with Taylor Swift. She's a great songwriter, she's a great artist, and she's a phenomenon. I've never seen a phenomenon like that since the Beatles. And she works her ass off, so good luck.
I mean, my daughter, Taylor Swift fan to the max. The other day, I pick her up at the airport. She says, Dad, Taylor Swift is got a banging new record. So I got a banging new record. All right. And plays it for me, top volume, all the way from Newark to Colts Neck, you know, then dancing in her seat. And I said, that's what I like to see. It felt
What'd
good.
you think of the record?
You know, it was good.
It was good?
She's super talented.
You know her?
Just a little bit.
Right.
She's a tremendous writer. And I know her producer, Jack Antonoff, very well. Just they make great records, you know. So
look at Taylor Swift. Does whatever the hell she wants.
She literally does whatever she wants.
She does whatever she wants, and it works every time.
Exactly.
Icon.
Yeah.
That show was amazing, yeah?
Yeah. It was so great. I'm still fangirling. It was so phenomenal. That was a masterclass for me. That was a masterclass in performance.
It's almost 4 hours, right, she goes?
I'm like a huge Taylor fan. I was singing along to every single lyric. My friends were surprised. They were like, whoa. I was like, no, I know every lyric. But I even like kind of clocked out halfway through a bit and just like, I was quite jet lagged actually. And I came to, and there were like 3 eras left. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, history. It's history. It's her story.
Her story is
it's her story. No, but I'm so in awe of, you know, she in the very beginning, she brought country to like a brand new audience. And like, I'd never listened to country before, but I just love Taylor Swift. So I got to know country through that. And now I like country. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that. And then she completely changes up into pop, and then she's doing more folk. And I followed her through every single one because I just think her musicality is so great. And I'm also just so fascinated by how she's managed to reinvent herself so many times. And I think, you know, I kind of strive to do the same thing with jazz music, kind of like bring it back and make it into something that's not, just kind of bring it to a new audience and a big audience. And, I don't know if I'll, you know, go into other genres. I'm quite, you know, focused right now still on the jazz stuff, but it's fascinating. People are there for her.
We just talked about how remarkably good this Taylor Swift album is. And by the way, how much we were kind of waiting for it and openly waiting for it in my case. Like, I mean, terrible. Like going on my radio show and canvassing for this kind of record from her. Like I have any investment or stake in that decision, but just willing it to happen. I could not have hoped for a better list of collaborators. Are you kidding? The Dessners, Justin Vernon, come on.
Yeah, I feel like for me as a fan, I've also wanted this for like years. You know, I think since 1989, I just feel like that was when I truly was like, I'm such a fan of this songwriter. And now it just feels like the most, it feels like she just released and like let go of any sort of pressure, outside pressure, and just wrote music that like she loves and wrote lyrics that it feels like it just went like to a huge leap. But for me personally, and yeah, I'm obsessed with it. I really like it, and I'm listening to it so like actively. I'm listening to every single lyric, and I feel like I'm truly being told stories and stuff, and so it's good fun.
This was another great edition of Taylor Swift Stories that I thoroughly enjoy putting together because of the number of artists from across generations that recognize how beautiful of a person she truly is, which is absolutely consistent with everything we've heard in other videos that I made. I also like reading your comments as well. So thank you so much for sharing. And for more stories about Taylor, watch this next video.